Brittany Renner begs for more child support after PJ Washington new NBA $1 million deal. You guys already know about the Brittany Renner and PJ Washington case. If you don't know, then you must be living under a rock for the last 2-3 years. But let's get into the video.
Breaking news after finessing PJ Washington before.
And in fact, before we get into the video, I always have to say a little something. One, subscribe right now, and two, when it comes to baby mama drama and all of that, I don't know, you guys might want to have kids, you guys might not want to get married, you guys might not want to get married, but you still want kids. Sometimes, especially with the way our generation is, a lot of people are better off not having kids. Not even because of how we are, just because of how the economy is, because this guy could, what's it called, bro? I'm stammering. I am so tired. It's like 3 a.m. But anyways, this PJ Washington guy is an NBA player. He can afford child support, even though they are taking a pretty penny, which is insane. She's seeking for $35,000 per month in child support, which is crazy. That's so insane. You might not be able to afford child support. I have a friend that pays child support right now, and it is fucked. So take that however you want to take it, man. Yeah.
Back at it again. Now, Brittany Renner is seeking $35,000 per month because she's saying that $5.5K per month isn't enough, and she's struggling to make ends meet. The fact she's going from 5.5 to 35, she wants some bread for herself. And what a coincidence! She's doing all this after PJ just got the bag. PJ just got 4 years, 90 M.
Damn,
you see what?
4 years, $90 million. That's a shit ton of money. You guys, drop down in the comments. You guys think that $5K a month is enough to live? Let me know what you guys think. Me personally, I think that $5,000 in a month is, if I was making $5,000 a month right now, I would be living so nice. But let me know what you guys think.
Else be doing, bro?
So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. So we have Brittany Renner and PJ Washington right back on the screen. Okay, and if you guys are unaware, there has been a change to her child support payments, which we're going to talk about. But to bring everybody up to speed, as we know, Brittany Renner, social media person, Brittany Renner, who's been in the media for years for all kinds of things. Obviously she had a baby with NBA star PJ Washington, in which, it has been, I guess, speculated that she basically used him because he was younger than her to have a baby to get a check. Okay.
You guys, also the age difference between both of them is quite insane, bro. I think PJ Washington, he's definitely still in his 20s. I think she's in her mid to late 30s right now, and I think that this is just a case of not having the right guidance. I really do feel like if a guy like PJ Washington had we all need older uncles, older siblings, dads. You need an older guy in your life telling you what to do while you're on the come up. If he had that, because the only way you end up in this situation is because you don't have that. You do need guidance as a young man. If he had that, he would not be in this situation. I wholeheartedly believe that. But he is a grown man. He can make his own grown man decisions. Yeah.
And, she has said things along the lines of, telling women how to get a come up and how they should be with an athlete because they're dumb.
So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb.
Also, as we know, Deion Sanders used her as a tool to protect younger men on the women who were out there with using her as an example.
And let's go from step A to Z because we got to kind of show these guys the other side.
You guys, I think that it's so crazy how like Deion Sanders just brought her to talk to a bunch of college students about how to not get finessed, you know, when they make it pro. Isn't that so insane? I feel like this is what you need. You need someone like, an older guy like Deion Sanders to put you through. I genuinely believe that us as black men, and even if you're a white guy watching this video, like that's like you need someone to put you through. You need someone to tell you what to do as you're growing up, because this world is crazy. You can get finessed, and if someone can take advantage of you, they will. They will. You need a mentor. I have like two mentors right now, they put me through. You need that 100%.
Of game. And that's why you gracefully blessed us with your presence so they could understand from your point of view how this game is played.
And so basically, the two of them, their relationship ended. They went their separate ways. He put her on, she put him on child support, obviously, and she was not getting the amount of money that she thought she was going to get. I believe she really thought that she was going to come up off of that child support, and that's exactly not what happened. And recently, right before he ended up getting a contract renewal and a huge amount of money in surplus than what he was getting before, the two of them had an argument at their drop-off exchange when he came to get his son. And, basically all of their feelings came out to the forefront.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm going to record this. Because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up. Actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because he got a baby soon.
Yeah, and this is the last thing that you need, bro. This is the last thing that you need as a man or as anyone, bro. Like, this is not a peaceful life. The goal in life is to live the most peaceful possible life you possibly can. When you stop trying to live a peaceful life, good things start to happen. And this is not the way to go. Like this is not the way to go. You never know what can happen in life, like you never know what can happen. You could end up having a child, like very early. But I really feel like bro. This is just not the way to go, man. This is just not it's not the way to go.
You gonna get in this bag and stuff? That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
There's nothing worse than having like a scornful baby mama. I'm saying this because I have my older guys that tell me, and I've seen it happen. I've been around their baby moms, and I see how the baby mom is looking at them with so much hatred. Like it's better to be single and not have any like baby mama drama, and you don't have kids, but you don't have this stress in your life. It's better to be single and live that way than to be living with than to have a child with someone that couldn't give a fuck about you, just wants you for some money.
It's up with me. Just know that it's up. What'd you say? I'd love to. What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my...
If you had one, maybe I would. I would. What the f*** you looking at? Get your ass out my driveway, ho. You don't pay for either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 for that bitch. Get out your car. Get out.
After that altercation happened, and after it was obviously publicized that he received a 4-year, $90 million contract extension with the Dallas Mavericks, whereas she was getting, I believe, somewhere around $3,000 a month, now she is getting $5,000 a month. So we're going to go ahead and get into the article. So as you can see here, it says new court documents TMZ Sports has obtained.
You guys, I also think that like with NBA players, bro, I don't think that they should be I don't think that they should be publicizing their salaries, bro. They shouldn't be publicizing these guys' salaries because now everyone has like an eye out. Sure, I don't have any friends or family members that are NBA players, but the people that do, bro, to them it's like, wow, you're making this much. So then when someone comes to ask them for money and they say no, it becomes a situation of you have the money but you just don't want to give it to me. I don't know, bro. I don't think it's good.
Show NBA star PJ Washington has been ordered to pay Brittany Renner $5,500 a month in child support. According to the docs, Washington was required to make the payments as part of a consent order issued in Macomb County, North Carolina, back in November 2024. The docs state Washington additionally was ordered to pay a lump sum of $130,000 to satisfy any and all existing child support accruing prior to the entry of this consent order, as well as for Brittany Renner's attorney's fees. The new info came to light this month when Renner filed a notice in Los Angeles County Court so she could continue to collect the money in California, even though the order was entered in North Carolina. In her filing, Renner stated Washington owes $0 in arrears, indicating the Dallas Mavericks hooper has been current on his required payments. There has been, of course, rampant speculation surrounding the monthly child support payments, as some fans believed they were in the $200,000 range. Renner later said during an interview she got $2,500 a month. Washington and Renner began dating after he appeared to shoot his shot at her after she attended one of his games at Kentucky in 2019. They went official in 2020, and in 2021, Washington confirmed they had a baby boy together. Following their split, things have hardly been cordial with.
And that's the thing, like I said, you need an older guy to put you through, bro. You know, you need an older guy to put you through. If he truly did shoot a shot at her, bro, like I don't know, like to me it's like don't you have like friends even that would tell you that yo, bro, I don't know about this, you know. Brittany Renner is definitely an attractive woman. Don't get it twisted. Like she's attractive, you know. I think she's bad, but this is not the kind of person that you get pregnant to have your kids, you know. Like forget the fact that forget the fact that she's bad, bro. When you think about your children, the mother of your kids, bringing another person into this world, it's one thing to have sex with someone, it's another thing to have a child with them. Having a child is a lifetime commitment. Can you handle this person for a lifetime? You need to think these things through.
As they were just seen on camera earlier this month, apparently engaged in a nasty argument while Washington was picking up their child from Renner's home. Washington moved on from Renner with Elisa Chanel. Earlier this month, he signed a 4-year, $90 million contract extension with the Mavs. So based off of the court documents, this is something that happened from 2024. And so she is getting a jump, or she is, trying to.
Breaking news. After finessing PJ Washington before, she's back at it again. Now, Brittany Renner is seeking $35,000 per month because she's saying that 5.5K per month isn't enough and she's struggling to make ends meet. The fact she's going from 5.5 to 35, she wants some bread for herself. And what a coincidence. She's doing all this after PJ just got the bag. PJ just got 4 years, 90 M. You see what females be doing, bro? 5K a month is more than enough for your kid, bro. How
$5,000 a month is good money. Like, you know, I know how I would feel if I made $5,000 a month. In this case, she's getting $5,000 a month for free. She has her other businesses, she has her other things that she does, you know. Definitely making over 10 grand a month. If I was making 5 to 10 grand a month, I know how good life would be for me, bro. So that's how you know she's just trying to come up on a check. You feel me?
5 bands a month not enough to cover expenses for a child? Please explain to me how. So 5K isn't enough? Why not request 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10? You jump from 5 to 35. She is finessing you, bro.
What I have come to realize is that a lot of these women and baby mamas forget that they also too have a responsibility to their child. Like, they genuinely believe that if the man and the woman break up, that the man should be 100% financially responsible for taking care of the child, and they should not have any part to play on, providing anything for their child. It doesn't work like that. Okay? If you are getting, whether it was $2,500 a month, $3,500 a month, or $5,500 a month for your one son, that is covering all kinds of stuff. That should be covering anything that child needs for the month. Anything that child needs, that should be covering all food that as it pertains to just the child. If child support is used the right way, that should be helping you pay your light bill. That should be helping you transport that child to and from school. That should be paying for daycare. That should be paying for new clothes. That should be paying for new shoes.
And how often are you going to buy new clothes and new shoes for a kid, bro? How often are you going to do that? Like, ugh.
Be paying for toys.
This is such a bad situation to be in. Like, as much, like, listen, when I was a kid, I wanted to play in the NBA, but being in this situation is fucked. It's such a bad situation to be in. I can't even lie.
Is a lot of money for one person.
And I genuinely wish this guy nothing but the best, bro. PJ Washington is a hooper, bro. He's a dog. Being in this kind of position must suck.
Let alone a child, per month. Whether it's $2,000, $3,000, or $5,000. That's a lot of money.
Brittany Renner says $5,000 a month for child support is not enough. She says she needs $35,000 a month, and she's struggling to make ends meet. And she's looking at that PJ Washington contract and thinking she should get part of that. But this is child support. This is not Brittany Renner support.
Unfortunately, a lot of these women are bitter. They get vindictive. They're nasty. They're upset that things didn't work out. Worse, they see that $90 million contract, being signed, and they realize that they're not getting a piece of that pie. They get so upset over that fact. If things are so bad and you can't handle it, and things are so rough as her mom made it seem, why not give him full custody?
$170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Why not give him the opportunity to raise a child, knowing that your child would live maybe
Exactly, yeah. Just give the child to him. Just give the child to him, and you go out and, make your own money and give the child to him.
Well off or a better life because they are comfortable and complacent over there. Are you going to do that? No. Because if you do that, you no longer have the ability to talk bad about the dad. You no longer have the ability to come in contact with him and see him face to face and be a part of his life, be affiliated with anything that goes on with him. You no longer can sing, this single mother narrative that a lot of women cling on to.
Single mothers have no value. Okay. It's my preference. I don't want to be with a single mom. Okay. We live in a feedback system. I don't need 100 men, 10 men, 5 men to choose me. All I have to do is choose myself. And my outer reality will reflect that. Because, baby, I ain't in the business of convincing. And I think these conversations that seem to only happen on social media because, and they don't translate in real life, we're here, but we're not here. I think it's important to, separate what's a podcast conversation versus what people actually care about. All the men that have reached out to me as of lately have no children and want several. It's easy to debunk these regurgitated, echoed narratives. A lot of men want to control how other men see women because they don't want them to want you. They don't want them to be able to see you.
I think the older you get, when it comes to having children and getting married, things can become very complicated, man. They really do become very complicated. Because, I can only imagine, let's say I was a money nigga, bro, and I had a shit ton of money, and it's cool, I can get almost any girl I want, cool. dealing with someone like this, and I've seen all the social media, like I've seen everything. Like, why would I want to deal with someone like this, bro? Like, why would I want someone like this to have my kids? Cause she's bad. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
They want you to go put yourself on the clearance rack. Consider the source. There's a difference between high value and high quality. High value is Scar. High quality is Mufasa. I choose me. And everything in my world chooses me too.
And so a lot of women use that. They would rather struggle, be stressed out, do all the above, than to do the thing that would ease their stress or ease their tension, making it better for their child, just because they want to have something to talk about, something to diminish, something to nag about, something to be irritated about, and they want to be a part of the single mother club, that we could do battle by ourselves for our kids club. It's crazy. I never forget that video that I did where that woman was, talked about how she was like, no, I gave my child's father full custody because it was too much.
I've never heard someone say this or be open about it, so I guess I'm gonna be the first. Hi, I'm a woman who gave her child to the father to take care of mostly and put myself
Interesting.
child support practically, pretty much. Yeah, I had a baby with like a really good man. Like, it's a great fucking man. Like, it's a great father. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great dad to his kids. And I had a way harder time adjusting to motherhood than anyone I knew. I was like the first out of the people I knew who was like, I don't even know if I can be like a full-time mom and keep my sanity. Legit.
Yeah, having kids is also not easy, bro. I see a lot of people are like, yeah, I want kids, I want kids, I want kids. People don't know what, you have kids, bro. You have kids. I recently took care of and this was not even a kid, but this was just my 17-year-old cousin. Yeah, you have kids. Have them when they're young. Like, have a full-on baby, bro. It's not easy.
And so, yeah, that's what I did. And I'm a great mom now. Like, let's just preface this. I am an absolute great mom, and I'm very active in my child's life. You know what I mean? But I'm like the weekend parent, you know?
Only if more women had that level of maturity and humility to be able to be truthful with themselves and think about what's better for their child and not how they can get all they got from the situation. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comments.
Hey, you guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm coming through with videos every single day. Peace out.